Okay. Now the next edit that we want to make is we want to take the city, state and zip, okay, and then again we want to remove the city part out and then the state and zip in a second column. So again we do the same thing. Now, well, this time we're going to specify where to do the split. Okay. So here we did not specify where to do the split, so the default is a space. Okay. One item, space, a second item. So space is used as a separator, and you know to split. Now, if that's not the case, so here we want to use the comma. The reason for that is there are some names. So if you use just a space, then the split will happen at San. Okay, there is a space here, so San will go into the first column, Francisco, comma CA will go in the second column. That's not right. We want the actual separator is comma, so we specify that here. Okay, the same code str.split. Okay, now we specify that it is comma where split has to occur, and once again expand equal to true, so you'll get two columns, and you provide two new columns to put the data, split data into. And then we drop the original city, state, zip. Okay? Is that good, everybody? Okay. So now you run that code. So the original city, state, zip is gone. So at the end we have one column for city and one column for ST-zip, and again, you know, just review and make sure that everything is okay. And once again, remember, we are giving where to do the split because space is not going to work correctly. Okay, if you don't specify anything, then a blank space is used as the place to make the split. Then finally, we want to split the the state zip into state and zip, right? Now this time, it is just a blank that separates the two-letter state code and the 5-digit zip. So we don't have to know, since it's a space that's separating the two, we don't need a separator because the default is good. Okay, so now you run that. So now we have. Okay, is that good so far? str dot split is used to clean up the data the way you want it. So split customer phone into area code and a phone number, then remove the original. So that's our first, your turn. So let's first figure it out and then we can put it back into the data frame. So we're using DF1, right? So DF1 is customer phone okay, so that's the column that we need to work on, right? Okay, then so we want to split the phone number, okay, with that as the area code in one column and the rest of it in a second column, right? So it's going to be str split. Okay. Now we can do this in two different ways. Okay, if you just don't specify, well, there are several ways in which this can be done. If you don't specify a separator, right, blank will be used, space will be used as the default separator. So you'll get the area code with the left and the right parenthesis in one column and the rest of it in a second column, and then we have to clean up the brackets, the parentheses, right? Or you can say that I want to split at the right parenthesis, either way. Okay. So I want to split there, okay, and then expand is true. If you don't put expand equal to true, it's going to give it to you as a list. It will be one single column. Okay, so now here this is what it is going to come back as. Okay, so the right side parenthesis is gone. So if you didn't say anything at all, then you will have both the parentheses. Either way is okay, because in either case you have to clean up a little bit more as a second step. Okay, but at least here if you specify that, then one removal of one of the two parentheses gets done at this point itself. Okay, so then we can put it back in to, so here the two column names should be given as a list. So we can say area code, we make up this names ourselves. Okay, so that's going to put the split columns back in. Okay, now we want to remove the original column. Okay, you want to do one step at a time. No, we can do that. So let's take a look at what this looks like. Okay, so now we have the area code and then the phone number. Okay, and then all right, then we want to remove the original. So we say drop customer phone, right, x is equal to 1 and in place equal to true, and then let's see what that looks like. Okay, so now we have the area code and the phone number, and the customer phone column is now gone. Okay, but we still have a problem with the area code. So the area code, we need to get rid of this left side parenthesis. So let's do that in here. So df1 dot area code. Okay, now we want to remove that left parenthesis completely, get rid of it. So we don't want to do split now. We can do replace, str replace area code str dot replace. Okay, so replace the left parenthesis. Okay, yeah, here. So we want to replace the left parenthesis with what? Okay, with nothing. We want that to be stripped out completely. So we just provide, like two quotes. Okay. Now this is going to give me a warning. Okay. Well, actually not, I guess. Okay. Well, now I want to put it back in. So I have to do df1 dot area code equal to that. Okay. So then if I do a df1, you see that area code looks good now. Okay. Okay, there are more str functions. We already saw these str functions way back in chapter 2. Many of these functions, you should be familiar with that. So when you use it along with a data frame column, then it becomes a universal function. So it's applied to the entire column. So here are some of them, upper and lower. So if you use lower, then everything becomes lowercase, uppercase. Sometimes it's a good idea to convert. If you have if some of the names of mixed cases while typing, people have made mistakes and things like that. It's easier to convert them all to either uppercase or lowercase, make all the changes, and then bring them back. So upper will convert it to all upper, or you can use title will be every word will start with an uppercase letter. So that will be title.